It is my great pleasure to announce that the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner is Jayden Daniels from Louisiana State University.
Jayden Daniels is here, and the most favorable comparison that I see that's being thrown out for him is Lamar Jackson. And you know what? Rightfully so. They both bring a lot of the same dynamic plays to the table. Both of their strengths are very similar. But I recently made a video about Jayden Daniels, and I had some people comparing him to RG3 in the comments. I guess people who are not Jayden Daniels believers, they compared him to RG3 in my comments, and I was like, RG3? Again, I'm not a freaking scout, dude. I'm not a freaking scout. I'm not a coach. I'm just like a douche face with a mic. So what I did was I scoured the internet, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I skipped 7 meals, 4 gym workouts, and I found out that Jayden Daniels and RG3 are not that comparable. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's get on to the video. So from what I've seen, the main difference between these two is their character, their leadership skills, their DNA, and what they will bring to the table. Because from what I've seen, Jayden Daniels is a man of character. This man cares about the game of football. This man wants to be the best player that he can be. This man will be the first player in that locker room and the last player to leave at the end of the day. He is a driven person. Don't believe me? Here's some interviews.
He'll walk up to players individually and have conversations, and I think they appreciate that. He will now address things individually, and I think that that's a mark of good leadership.
Embracing the fact that I'm not going to necessarily be a rah-rah guy. I'm not going to be the loudest guy in the room. But you know what? I'm going to be very intentional. I know I got to use my voice more. I came here for a reason. I wanted to challenge myself, and he's extremely intentional about using his voice.
And at a crucial position at quarterback, Jayden Daniels will lead your team. Something that I guess RG3 failed to do. Not just failed to do, but I guess he was also dubbed. Scouts and coaches predicted this coming out of college. I mean, look at these reports. He had these, I guess, diva personality coming out of college. Something which Jayden Daniels has nothing to do with. Jayden Daniels is like the coach's dream, apparently, from what I've seen. I mean, that right there kind of like compelled me to write this freaking script or whatever, dude, because they're two totally different people when it comes to that aspect. And that to me is a big aspect. I feel like if RG3 had Jayden Daniels' mentality, not just Jayden Daniels' mentality, but a mentality like Josh Allen, who improved dramatically since his rookie year, maybe RG3 would have had a successful career. So that's another thing where I'm just like, okay, if we get Jayden Daniels, I am certain that he will try his best. He will lead this team as Commanders fans, because we are all scarred with RG3. Let's be honest, we all are. But as Commanders fans, we have to let go of the past to embrace the future. That's the only way I can think of it. If we don't like Jayden Daniels just because of his RG3 style of play or whatever, that's not going to take us anywhere. And then we go on to their different heights and sizes. I mean, Jayden Daniels is 6'4", 200 pounds. I am not worried about that weight. He can gain 10 pounds, dude. And also the Commanders have a history of drafting freaking twigs. I mean, last year we drafted freaking Emmanuel Forbes, who was like 47 pounds. But, you know, I'm not really worried about that. That 6'4" stature is enough for me. RG3, on the other hand, I mean, he was 6'1" coming out of college. 6'1", albeit he was more bulkier. He was 220. They both also, I guess a similarity was that they both are kind of like hesitant to slide. They both are susceptible to take big hits. One thing I noticed is RG3 at Baylor barely played a top defense. He barely did. He barely played a top defense. Whereas Jayden Daniels at LSU. Enough said. RG3 did not play also in a pro-style offense, and he rarely took snaps from under center. They both, I will admit, have a good deep ball. RG3 was dubbed as having a great deep ball coming out of college, and so was Jayden Daniels. But from what I've seen, Jayden Daniels anticipates plays so well, and he's good at reading defenses to a certain degree. He's good at reacting to a point where he should be able to avoid big hits, even at the pro level. And I guess another thing that I see is RG3 is a better athlete than Jayden Daniels. I think Jayden Daniels looks to be more elusive, looks to be more of a football player, whereas RG3, as we all know, was a track and star player. I mean, the man ran a 4.41 and 4.39. We got to give RG3 his props. The man is a mega athlete. Whereas, I don't know if some of you guys know, Jayden Daniels right now is being projected to run a 4.5, but he could run like a 4.4. If Jayden Daniels runs a 4.4 or lower, automatic number 2 to us. Shit, dude. Automatic number 2, in my opinion. I don't see him running in a 4.5s. I do see him running in a 4. Like, look at the tape. I do expect him to run in the 4.4s. But you know what? You have to give that to RG3. He was a superior athlete. I feel like if you want to make a comparison, a negative comparison to Jayden Daniels, the better pick instead of RG3 is Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, who I've also seen in scouting reports for Jayden Daniels. In case you guys don't know, Tyrod Taylor is a 13-year NFL veteran. Not only that, in my opinion, he's probably the best backup quarterback of our generation. And the man has been voted a captain wherever he goes. The man has been dubbed as a great teammate. The man is a great leader. If you want to hate on Jayden Daniels, compare him to Tyrod Taylor. That to me is more of an accurate type of player. They're both mobile. They're both not mega athletes like RG3. Even though I still believe Jayden Daniels is just as elusive as RG3, if not a little bit more. And also, let's be honest. Jayden Daniels, the hype train just started. Because in Mel Kiper's first draft, he had us, the Commanders, taking Mel Kiper had us taking Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper had us taking Drake May. He had us taking Drake May. And then a week later, he switched up on us, and now he has us taking Jayden Daniels. Not just Mel, but other mock drafts that I'm looking at, popular mock drafts that have a history of being correct. So I'm seeing reports, interviews, people just raving about Jayden Daniels, whereas Drake May, we all know that his last season, he took a bit of a dip, lost his offensive coordinator and lost his primary weapon, so people are saying that could be a reason why he took a bit of a dip last year. But I think, in my opinion, I felt the Jayden Daniels train coming. I knew it was going to come because there's always that one year, that one quarterback in every single draft that goes higher than expected, that has that late surge. To me, even though Jayden Daniels is a prime top 3 candidate, I think he'll now go in the top 2 because Drake May was pretty much dubbed as number 2 the entire time. I mean, listen to some scouts. Look, listen.
The one thing that Jayden has that Drake and Caleb don't have going for them is that there's nothing that Jayden Daniels could have done this past season to improve his stock more than he did, right? So there are going to be some people that are saying, why not take a guy that we just saw carve up college football for a full season?
If you look at the skill set field, the dual threat capabilities, and the fact that he was aggressive with his throws, aggressive running with the football, yet he didn't turn it over.
I am still torn. I'm not going to lie. I am still torn between Drake May and Jayden Daniels. Listen, my history is I was on a Drake May train. I was in the Mayflower. But I hopped off, dude. I was like, you know what? This is my stop. I got to get out of here, dude. I swam back to shore. And I was just like, Jayden Daniels is extremely intriguing. Jayden Daniels, like, this is just the beginning. Just wait until Jayden Daniels aces these interviews at the Combine. He wows these teams at the Combine with his interviews. Like, this is just the beginning. Listen, RG3 is RG3. Done. He's in the past. RG3 is doing really well right now. He's one of the top sports analysts right now. He's fine. Don't worry about him. I'm planning on dropping a highlight reel about Jayden Daniels, but you know what? This is one of those things where I'm just like, it's just gonna go back and forth. One week is gonna be Drake May, another week is gonna be Jayden Daniels. I mean, right now I'm leaning towards Jayden Daniels, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still a douche face with a mic. So, but yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I can't say that enough. Commanders content creator. I'll see y'all next time.